everyone, it's Renee and Gil of the Beaver's Big Journey. Of course, Gil's at work and I'm at home. And I wanted to take this time to kind of talk to you guys about the results of the fast. Fasting is such a great gift, discipline, necessity. And I just wanted to kind of just stop and basically talk about why fasting is so important. Let's just talk about it from a physiological perspective. We eat every single day. Some of us eat 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day. And digestion is the hardest thing that your body has to do. And so if we're eating that many times a day, if you multiply that by 7 days a week times, 365 days in a year, when does your body get to rest? The way God designed us, sleeping is a time of fasting. For those people who say they don't fast, you've been fasting your whole life. It's called sleep. Because when we go to sleep, our body is in a state of rest and it's fasting. But the question is what do you break the fast with? And most of us break the fast with things that are extremely taxing on our digestive systems, our immune systems, as well as just our endocrine system. So we have to really think about all the different systems that are in our body, and when we make a decision about what we put in it, are they benefiting all those different systems? So fasting is just the greatest way to let your body stop and rest, because God designed our bodies to heal themselves. And that's why he provided us with food. I think it's so amazing that God didn't leave us here. The Bible says that he's given us everything pertaining to life and godliness. And that includes the foods that we need to actually thrive. And so when you fast, you're stopping your system and you're letting it rest. Resting, letting everything that is going nonstop needs time to rest, and that's what fasting does. It allows your body the time that it needs to really rest and reset itself. So don't neglect the discipline, the necessity, and the gift of fasting, because you really are doing yourself a disservice. Regardless of your medical issues, everyone can fast at some level. And so it's important for you to talk to your physician to find out at what level you can fast. If you're going to take any type of labs, you've at least fasted for 24 hours. So that's why we just started off with a 24-hour one-day fast, because that's something that no matter whatever your health issues are, everyone can fast for 24 hours. And it's just a great way to just, really get reconnected with God, your body, and yourself. I think the greatest way to grow is to examine yourself. We spend so much time looking at other people, but we're powerless to do anything to change those people. So I wrote in one of my little quotes. It's in our book. When I started to focus on myself, everyone around me changed. When we would just, if we would look at ourselves, that's the starting point for relationships getting better, because we can't change other people. We only have self-control. There aren't any scriptures in the Bible that give us control over other people. So when we begin to take responsibility for our own behavior, our own actions, and our own habits, that's where life becomes successful. And so the fast was great. It was a little difficult. I think it's because this is the first time I've ever fasted as a plant-based eater. And when you are a plant-based eater, you really don't have a lot of reserves, because you don't have all those things that just sit in your system. But one of the things that I also do is I also do a lot of cleanses, because even though we are not eating those things now, we haven't eaten them since January. I'm 48 years old. All the things that I ate prior to that have not just magically gone away. And so that's one of the reasons why we're doing the, as long as we're along with the fasting, we do cleanses as well. And so I just want to encourage you guys to join us next Tuesday for our Time Out Tuesday. I promise you, you won't regret it. And what I broke my fast with, the things that I ate before the fast, which was my fast. I broke my fast this morning with a juice that I make. I call it like a pain tonic. It has turmeric, ginger. I use papaya, because papaya is a digestive enzyme. I also added mango. Angela and I were talking, and she was talking about mango, so I added mango to it. Mangoes are very sweet. I also added bananas And I also added some Mecca powder, which is a superfood. And I will take my normal multivitamins. I take Herbalife multivitamins. And so that's what I will do to break the fast, as well as continue to drink a lot of water today and just keep my body hydrated. But I would just really challenge you. Fasting is a great way to get in touch and to really get to know yourself. Hi, everyone. Sorry I got cut off. I got a phone call. But I also want to talk about, because we are not just one dimensional. We have a mind, a body, and a spirit. And so I've kind of talked about and addressed the physiological part of it, but let's talk about the spiritual part of it. One of the most important assets and benefits of fasting is that we have an uninterrupted time that we can communicate and talk with God. I spend every single day getting up in the morning and reading and praying. But when you're fasting, it's like, just imagine having an ongoing conversation with God that doesn't stop. And so one of the things that I understand is that everyone has the Bible on their phone. And so for me, because I've lost so many Bibles with so many valuable notes and things that I loved and cherished, I use my phone as my Bible because it's electronic and it's basically saved to a cloud. I know that, everyone has a different perspective or view on, technology. It's just my personal privilege, it's my personal preference to use the Bible because I know that I won't lose the electronic notes that I write. Fasting allows you to have a time with God that is uninterrupted, and I am so grateful to be able to have that gift. One of the ways I explained it was that, we always talk about intimacy with God. Well, what better way to be intimate with God than through fasting? I'm so grateful that we have that access to God, that we can actually be with him all day and talk to him and get closer and get more connected. I am not wise enough to believe that because I've been a Christian for over 20 years that I know everything. I understand that the Bible teaches that we only know in part. And so I want to make it my mission and my purpose in life is to get a better understanding, not of the scriptures, but of who God is. The reason why we read the Bible is not for head knowledge. We should be reading the Bible to really, for our hearts to connect with God's heart and his mind. And for us to, in order to change and get new information, in order to change, we have to get new information. And so I would just really challenge you. One of the things that I talked about was my aunt asked me to give my niece some place to start. I think that learning about who Christ is a great starting point. The book of John is a great place to start because it explains who Jesus is. I personally love the book of Romans. I love the book of Ephesians. I love the book of Colossians. And I just think that Galatians is a great place for us to go to really learn about ourselves. Because the Bible is not a book of do's and don'ts. The Bible is really a book of do's. It teaches us principles. The stories are great and wonderful, but the principle is what we're supposed to be extracting so we can practice it. So during this time of us doing these Timeout Tuesdays, it's not just about not eating, because that's starvation. A fast is when you withdraw from food and connect with God. So you're taking one thing that gets your time and attention and focus, and you're replacing it with something that's far better. So there's the spiritual part of fasting that is just unbelievable, and we should be able to benefit from that by using it. We don't benefit by what we know, we benefit by what we do. And I really believe that I've seen a difference in my temperament, my response to frustration and anger as a result of fasting, because the Bible tells you that there's some types of behaviors, sins, are only going to come out through prayer and fasting. And so if we really want to develop our life and our character in Christ, we have to practice the disciplines that he's established for us to do that. Going to church is nice, going to Bible study is nice, but it's what you do alone with God on your own that really develops your character. And so I just wanted to talk about that because I don't want to give the impression that the only reason why we fast is for physical reasons. No, we fast for spiritual reasons because we recognize our desperate need for God. So again, a great place for you when you're fasting, write down a list of prayers. It's not just reading. I always talk about when I talk to, little people or just, anyone in general, prayer is a two-way conversation. You talking to God is your communication to him, but God speaks to us through his word. And so we have to spend time reading the Bible every single day. and sometimes more times throughout the day. And that's really what fasting is. Fasting is a great way to really get clarity on what God's direction is for your life. So let's change the way we live life. Let's not live God's life on our terms. The fruits of the Spirit are designed to enhance and better equip us to be in relationship with other people. And so I just wanted to kind of stop and just make sure that I make that clear. The purpose of the fast is physical, spiritual, and also emotional. So you make sure that you benefit from all the gifts that God has given us. And so I hope you guys all are having a great day. And I hope this video finds you in a better place than you were before. And remember, join us on this journey towards living a life with fewer regrets on the Beaver's Big Journey. Thank you and have a great day. Bye. Hey everyone. So sorry I got cut off. I got a phone call from one of my friends. So I just want to continue the video and just end it by saying that I ended my juice, my fast with the juice. I call it my orange goodness. It's papaya, mango, meca powder, ginger, turmeric. It's actually I call it's like a pain tonic, because all of people who have inflammation or chronic pain, I personally decided that I didn't want to do that, because for every prescription drug that you take, there's a side effect. So I decided to use the things that God made, because Socrates said it, let food be your medicine. And so I used turmeric, ginger, papaya, mango, and oranges, and water, and of course apple cider vinegar. And that's what I broke my fast with. It was delicious. No side effects, all benefits. So please join us on this journey towards living a life with fewer regrets on the Beaver's Big Journey. Today we're going to do our workout. Gil's in charge of working out, because I am like not that girl. I personally believe that 80% of weight loss, health, and nutrition is a result of what you put in your mouth. I don't believe that you can work out to cancel out bad eating habits. However, I do know the benefits of the strength and flexibility that working out gives you. So that area is Gil's area. He is much better and more disciplined about working out. I don't believe the guy gives all the gifts to one person. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm just this perfectly disciplined person, because I am much more disciplined about what I put in my mouth and what I let come out of my mouth than I am the discipline of working out. So that area is going to be Gil's. So please join us on this journey towards living a life with fewer regrets. And subscribe, like, share, tell your family and friends. We would love for you guys to join us. Hope you guys are having a great day today, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.